it's Min, and I'm coming to you with day 9 of 30 Inks, 30 Days. Today is Sunday, June 9th. I have found myself, I was behind on videos, like as in I didn't have today's video done, but I found myself with some unexpected alone time, so I'm going to try to crank out a video. Hopefully I can do this without getting interrupted. I have no idea if that will be successful or not. So we are going to finish Pink Week. The pen that I'm going to be using is my Kaweco Perkeo Clear. Unfortunately, I forgot to get a converter, so I'm stealing the converter that I had in my other Kaweco, which I can't find. Oh, here. I stole it out of this one because I want to use the clear one, because Maria's been using her clear one and I just want to be cool like Maria. So that's what we're going to do. The ink that I'm going to be using today is Wearingeul Floating Cloud, and I want to say I found this sample. I have a bag on my kitchen counter that I used to have pens to clean in, and I cleaned all the pens that were in it, but I have like a bunch of ink in that bag still, and I found this ink sample in there, and I was like, oh, I was actually going to order that sample because I saw, I think Simone had it in one of her like recent videos as something she was like swatching or using, or maybe I don't remember if she used it. Maybe it was an old video. I don't know. Anyway, I've recently seen it. I was like, oh, that looks like a very pretty pink. I should order it. And then I went and looked in the bag, and I already had. So I don't know how long it's been sitting there. I don't even know if this ink is still available, but it's pink. And it's new to me, and we're going to have to swatch it. And yeah, I just thought it would be lovely to do. So we're going to do that. Oh, that looks so cool. I was actually watching Maria's video for the 8th, her sloth video, her diamond. Oh, that looks so cool. Beauty influencer hand. Oh, that looks so neat. And she was talking about how she would like maybe want another one, and I'm like, yeah, I love this pen. She had swapped her nib out. I still have the nib. This is the first time I'm using this one, so I'm not sure about its specific experience. But my experience with this one, I got it in an ink flight box, which is why it's this color. I would not have chosen this color. But it just writes so nice. The nib is so freaking bouncy for like a steel nib, and for a nib that seems like it's like it doesn't seem to stick out like, you know, like a normal nib does. Like a normal nib, like a Yovo nib. Like, see, it's like, it's not inlaid, but it seems like it's like pushed further in. Even compared, I don't have a sport sitting here, but even compared to like a sport, it looks like it's just more into the pen. And I don't know, it's like it's an interesting writing experience. So if you've never used a Perkeo, the body feels cheap and annoying, and I wish it felt a little more substantial. Like, I would want this nib setup on a more substantial weighted pen, but it just writes so good. It just writes so good. It's like when it's like a brief step up from like a Platinum Preppy. You know, that it's like a $3 pen. This is more expensive, but yeah, I don't know. It just feels really nice. And I like that there are inexpensive pens that are really nice to write with, because that means that the hobby is accessible to a whole ton of people. Like, I don't think anybody's going to look at this pen and be like, oh, this is gorgeous. Like, I love the way this is like the most beautiful pen that ever existed. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but it's nice to have something that's just like rugged, and like, I'm not going to be afraid to throw this in my purse or bag or with my journal or what, I don't know. It's, yeah. And it's inexpensive enough that if something happens to it, I'll just get a new one, you know? I'll just get a new one. They're not disposable, but like, if something happens to it, I can replace it. Anyway, I've rambled on for 4 minutes about literally nothing. Let's get started. Let's get started. It seems like it's a lighter pink, which I feel like I knew. I mean, I saw the little swatch. I'm surprised because I'm using it for the first time. I need to do a swatch card as well. This seems like it fits more with the beginning of the week, so it's kind of nice that we're kind of bookending Pink Week with like soft pinks. Got like a magenta in there, and like a dark, bright in your face one. Y'all had a lot of nice things to say about Who Are You and Boo. A lot of people, I think, preferred Boo, which I am kind of happy about because it's easier to get, but also Tono and Limbs. Tono and Limbs inks are slept on, y'all. If you can find some, you can get your hands on some. You definitely should try them out. They're really nice inks. This is so pretty. Okay. Wearingeul Floating Cloud. That's pretty. This is a pretty week. Okay. We'll let that do its thing, and then we'll do our splat stuff. Here's that Suji splat. We get some gold sheen on there. I every once in a while see it in the writing, but not all the time. Look how crinkly this book is. I love this. I love this. Is this just April? Yeah, this is just April and June. I think the way I think I can get a whole year's worth of 30 inks in here. I think I can do that. I think that was the reasoning behind getting this. Oh, September is coming. Hobonichi season is getting closer and closer. I know it's like way far out, but I'm always thinking about what I'm going to get. Like, what have I been using this year? Like, I probably don't need to get 3 Hobonichi weeks. I could probably just use 1. Because I have one that I've been carrying around but don't use. And I have one that I've never even opened. Day 9. This is a nice pink. Seems like it has nice shading. Seems like it fits really well with Who Are You and Boo. I should have put this next to those. Okay, pen is a Kaweco. Perkeo. Oops, Perkeo clear. I have a medium nib. I kind of want to get it in a fine. I don't know what nib sizes this pen comes in. If it comes in a broad, I definitely get a broad. This medium nib doesn't feel as bouncy as my other one, but it's literally the first time I'm writing with it. Is the end of Pink Week. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Oops. There. Let's get the syringe out. This is a sample from Van Ness Pens, obviously. It's a very soft pink. Oh, I didn't do the swatch. Okay. Actually, can we do the swatch card? Let's do the swatch card real fast. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. So this is from Van Ness Pens, Wearingeul. Floating, that's terrible. Cloud. Floating. That's awful. This is an awful swatch card. I might be redoing this. Should I redo it? I'm gonna redo it. I don't like to waste these, but that's terrible. Also, I hate writing on these with pens. I don't like the extra, more textured version of this paper. Wearingeul Floating Cloud. Also, for those of you wondering about the green on my hand, I don't know if you've noticed it or if you thought it was like a trick of the light. No, I'm covered in green. I was making samples for a pen friend, and one of the samples they requested was Tacha Saba Midori, and I ended up spilling the sample as I was putting the cap on it and wearing it. I had it all up my arm, all on this hand. It fell on my shirt. It fell down my leg. Yeah, I was Saba Midori for a brief moment in time. I was like, oh my god. Got to see chromatography on my skin because it kind of split out into like the blue and the green. I should have taken a picture, except I was too busy trying to clean it up because I was like, no. Okay, I like what these swatches are doing. Let's go to our week. Here we go. Move that out of the way. So I think next week I have requested inks, and I have this Voyager series from Van Diemen sitting here. So actually I have three inks that were requested that I have. People requested 4 inks. I have 3 of the requested ones, and then I have 4 of the Voyager series. So maybe we'll kind of like go back and forth on those next week. I don't know. We'll see where the week takes us. Although I do want to get a purple ink in that purple sparkle pen that I did an unboxing of. I don't know if you watched it. If you didn't, that's fine. But it's my E.T. Turnings pen. I have this one sitting here. I'm sure that you've seen it. But I also have a purple sparkle one that I need to get inked it, because I haven't inked it yet. Because I've been remaining true to Pink Week. I actually do use these. Even if I film the videos a little bit ahead of time, when it becomes the day, that is the pen and ink I use for the day. I have been trying to stay on top of Anne. I'm a few days behind. I need to do these 3 days, I believe. This nib feels a tiny bit scratchy, but I don't know if I just need to prime the feet a tiny bit, or if the ink is dry. Like I said, this is my first time using this exact Perkeo, but overall, the Perkeo experience is lovely. Oh, where's my automatic pen? Oh, here it is. Do a little swatchy swatchy. Do a little swatchy swatchy. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, so I feel like my first 2 days of Pink Week were a fail as far as inks that I really liked. Let me move this. I did not enjoy this writing experience at all. This writing experience was great, but I did not enjoy the color. And the rest of these were amazing. Couldn't put any of the pens down. It'll be nice to see what this dries to. I kind of wish now that I had it next to these two so I could see how it compares. I think it's cooler. I think it leans a little more rose quartz, but like in a good way, not like a bad way. It kind of looks like Tono and Limbs a little bit. Slightly more saturated, perhaps a little bit, maybe. The writing looks a little darker. It's still kind of wet though, so that could be why too. Anyway, yeah, overall this is a lovely week, I think. Did you have any favorites from this week? I know Diamine Pink, it seemed like people either loved it or hated it, and I feel like people weren't really, it was pretty divided on this as well. But yeah, it seems like we had favorable results for the rest of the week. Yeah, did you have a favorite from Pink Week? Let me know in the comments. Is there, if I didn't use your favorite pink ink, what is your favorite pink ink? Maybe I have it and we can see it later on in the month, or in a currently inked at some point in the future, because July and August are not 30 inks months, and so I can actually do currently inked videos for those. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, here's the swatch card. It looks really nice. I love the shading. I really like the shading in this ink. It's really pretty in the swatch and the writing. Yeah, I love shading inks though. So if you don't like shading inks, this might not be your favorite. But yeah, anyway. Okay, I've rambled on way longer than enough. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed Pink Week. Maybe you got to try some new favorites or added some to your wish list. That seems to be a problem around here. You're welcome, and I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow with whatever ink tomorrow holds. Take care. Love you, bye!